What is up, good people? I'm G-Paw, and I want to talk about raids, raid lane assignments. Um, in this video, I'm going to break down how I assign raid lane assignments, um, how to set them up while using MarvelStrikeForce.com, an amazing tool over on their website, which is why I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Marvel Strike Force for having that. It's almost essential anymore for any player in Marvel Strike Force to be on that account every single day, or on that MarvelStrikeForce.com every single day. And if you're not, you're just crippling your account and hurting it. So it's definitely something you want to be doing if you're not already. Go check out my video about the biggest tip in Marvel Strike Force, and it's building a Scopely account or making one and then logging in on MarvelStrikeForce.com, and it kind of walks you through all that good stuff. But what I want to talk about here is raids and these lane assignments. So looking at this, we just did a big purge and we moved everybody, but lanes are like going this way and it leads you and it directs you, right? Otherwise you could just go any direction you want. Well, we don't want that. We want people following lane assignments so that way we can optimize and get the best result possible, as well as we don't want people cutting each other's lanes and such. So what I did is we're doing Ultima 6 and Gamma 3, and I believe this is the last day for Gamma 3. Alpha goes live in 21 hours, so we might get another Gamma raid in as well as an Alpha raid. Honestly, we should, absolutely. So I went and I set up these raid lanes, and I'll jump over here real quick. And it's on MarvelStrikeForce.com, and I kind of want to walk you through how to get here. When you first get onto the site, you just go to Alliances and Alliance Leader, and it'll break down who you got in your alliance. And here soon it's going to have it where it syncs with your in-game Marvel Strike Force account for your alliance, so it's going to sync your players here. Whereas I had to go in and actually have people request to join Marvel Corps, and then I could approve them and get them in. And I've done all that with all of our members. We're at 23 out of 24. I also got them on Discord and stuff, and we're organizing really, really well to be a competitive, growing alliance as best we can. So I went to maps, and I went to Ultima 6. I didn't see a point in changing this because all the Ultima 6s are the same. The difficulty just makes the people harder, and then you can see what the rewards are on the nodes. Now, I do want to say that I'm making this video specifically for my alliance, because you can see my alliance players are plugged in, my alliance members are plugged in, my friends and stuff, and their lanes are set up, and it's kind of me teaching them how to read the maps and look for themselves and where to go and how it works, right? When you're done setting all this up, you can actually hit share map and share it to your Discord, and it'll put a link there that they can click that'll bring them to this screen, and they can actually go through all the strike teams and the lanes. They can go through all the raids. So it's a great thing. I'm doing it through Discord is where I share it to. Obviously, you can maybe copy the link and share it some other way that you use to communicate with your alliance members. You really need Discord, in my personal opinion. You can download it, but it's just a map. It doesn't show the lane assignments. So I guess you could take screenshots of the whole screen maybe as a way to converse it to them as well. But I'm going to show you how I did things and how I'm going to do things, and then maybe you can learn or do it the same. You might have already been doing this for your alliance for a long time now, but for me, this is all new. I'm like 28, 29 days in on my account, and I'm running my alliance, and with the help of several members helping me out as well. But we're all a really good group, and we're growing, and this is now time for this, right? To make sure our alliance is prepped to do the best we can in raids. Before I dive in, definitely go down and click that subscribe button. It's completely free to do. We're almost to 100 subscribers. I think we're at 95 last time I checked. I'm going for 1,000 and thousands. The more the better. Just come on in, and if you find my content useful or helpful or whatever, definitely click that subscribe. It's free to do, and it helps support my channel. Allows me to hopefully become a YouTube member someday. Is my goal. Also, like it if you found it interesting or it helped you in any way, or if you just want to help the channel, smash that thumbs up. Definitely helps my channel as well, and it recommends this to more people in the Marvel Strike Force community searching for information on YouTube. Alright, so what I did is I came in here, like I said, I went to maps, and I want to go to Ultima 6, so I hit create lane, and I picked the color I wanted, obviously being blue, and I'm just going to click done for now, but that's how you change your thing. And then after you go down here to set up the lane, you just click on the node. Here, I think I can do it this way. So we're going to go with, let me go on to beta 3, because I haven't done this map yet. So all you do is you hit create lanes, and I select the same colors for every lane. So lane 1 is always going to be this bright blue one on any raid, right? And then I just came down here and you click it. And now it's going to show you where it's going. If you don't want it to go that way, you click it again and it changes. So I double click, double click, double click. And I want lane 1 to go on this outside. This is exactly what I'll be doing here in a minute. And it doesn't take too long, but sometimes clicking the button doesn't always work, as I'll show you here in a minute. But Marvel Strike Force has already put out a blog here on this, MarvelStrikeForce.com, their blog, saying all the things that they're going to be doing here in the near future, bringing multiple tools to MarvelStrikeForce.com for your alliance. And I'm just kind of showing you how to do the lane. You know, there's lane 1 right there. It's all done. So then I come up here and I change over to my second color, which is always going to be yellow for me. And I'd follow the line. And yellow would cut up. Yellow would cut here, boom, boom, all the way up and over. And it would zigzag, right? And I set up the lanes. Is what I'm trying to explain. And then the next thing you have to do is actually come over here to like lane 2 and make it yellow. I guess I don't have a yellow. So lane 1 is blue. And what that allows me to do is now I can assign a lane. And it shows me my roster. But how I want to figure out my roster here, and I'm going to jump back over to the Ultimates raid so I can explain it, is when I went to do a lane assignment. So I went Strike Team 1. I want this to be my best team. My strongest, guaranteed best chance of getting 100% is how I kind of set it up. And then Strike Team 2 is the next, and third is what's leftovers. So what I did is I went to Alliance, and I want my Alliance members to know I didn't show any favoritism. I went purely off your collection power right here. Now, the stronger you are, the longer you've been playing, the more teams you have. So you're going to be able to do the harder lanes and raids. And the newer members don't have very many teams or characters, so I want them to be doing the easiest ones, like City lanes with the Web Warriors, Spider-Verse with the Web Warriors, things like that. As well as the stronger members here. A lot of these are new members too, but they're also spenders, pretty healthy spenders. So I want them to be taking some of the harder lanes because they're more likely to spend to get the teams they need to complete their stuff. Now, if they don't spend, and I don't ask that they even do, I hope they don't, because I'm impartial, okay, if they're going to spend or not. It's just they're more likely to spend. I'm a spender myself, a light spender, and so essentially I went off your collection power, and that's just kind of the straw you drew, right? And that way you can get the best results in these raids. So I looked at my top 3 is what I did every time in Alliance. I went Razorback, Demo God, and Callan Rathwin. I think is how you say it. Callan. And I went to Ultima 7. I already got my lane set up with the colors, right? It's got to load in here. Yeah, that's the thing that I hope they fix. As well as when you're switching teams, I'll show you. See how I went to Team 2 pretty easy? I clicked Team 3, but it don't switch. So I got to click it again. It's just small things like that I'm hoping they'll tune up. Marvel Strike Force, this is a wonderful tool, and I am so grateful for this, that they've done this. It's amazing. It's going to make things so much easier. But what I did is, you can see Razorback in lane 3. And the reason I put Razorback right there in lane 3 is because lane 3 requires, like, Brotherhood, AIM, Shield, Hydra, Heroes for Hire. It requires a lot more teams. Out here, it only requires, well, not on Ultimus. I'm thinking of Gamma, my bad. These inner lanes are harder nodes, I believe. They're stronger enemies, and they've always seemed to be harder, in my personal opinion. And these outside lane is the easiest one, in my personal opinion. Because that's where I used to get put when I was in an alliance, and I was one of the weakest members. So they'd always put me in this lane over here. So I put the tough guys in the middle here for Ultima 7. And I figured they can work together to climb the chain together, you know what I'm saying? So I put him on, Red Baron's our 6th strongest. So I put our first strongest on lane 3. I then went to Team 2, and I put our second strongest, Demo God, on the same exact lane, but on Strike Team 2. So he'll be running the purple lane, Demo God. And then same thing for Strike Team 3. I went and put my third strongest running that same lane. Alright, so I put Callan Rathwin. Callan. Let me know if I'm saying that right, Callan. Let me know in text or in game or in Discord. I don't want to butcher it in videos, sorry. So he's going here, or she. Callan, I'm thinking it's a boy. I don't know. They are going to take this purple lane. And it's because they're the third strongest. And then what I did, Coulson's our 4th strongest, so I put him with our 3rd strongest, and I worked backwards. So like Strike Team 2, I put our 1st strongest and our 6th strongest. I think is Young Tot, maybe. Yeah, Young Tot. So those are the 2 harder lanes. Now, what I did for 7 and 8, because there's only 6 lanes, right, is I'm having lane 7 help purple and lane 8 help green. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are the 2 weakest members, and they can help out the 2 strongest, okay? I'm giving them the hardest lanes, so I figure these 2 can help where they can and get their attacks in. Now, on these outside ones, they seem to be a lot easier, and I feel like one person can clear those, is my hope. Now, if it doesn't work out, we might change something, but I'm doing lane 7 and lane 8. Lane 7, lane 8 is the same as lane 3 and lane 4, and it's color-coded. So, what I want to explain to my alliances in Discord, you're going to go to Discord and you're going to click the link. And it'll be in the pinned section of the messages up top. And you'll go in there and you'll click which one you want, like Alpha, Beta, level 70 raid, level 65 raid. Level 65 is U6, level 70 is U7. And we're getting ready to be doing every other day, switching back and forth, essentially. Because we can dominate. We always tier 2 Ultima 6, but we can only 30% U7. So we hop back and forth for the blue materials that it gives in Ultima 6. But what you'll do here is you'll go into Discord, you go to pinned messages, you'll find the map that we're doing, right? Ultima 7, let's say, because that's what we're on. And you'll come in here to Strike Team 1, it'll take you, you'll click on the link, it'll bring you over here. So you go to Team 1, and I'm looking for myself. I'm right here, okay. I am lane 5. Well, what the hell is lane 5? It's blue. Blue. Seeing when I'm over the top of it? No, it didn't do nothing, okay. I am the blue lane. See how the blue in my name? Now let's say I wasn't in lane 5, and I wasn't on Strike Team 1. I couldn't find my name out of the 8 names. You then go to Strike Team 2. I know this might seem simple, but I just kind of want to walk through it. You know what I mean? So everybody's got clarification as to what we're doing. And then you're going to go through the lane assignments here. And you're going to look for your name, and you're going to find your name. Let's say I'm Marvel, or say I'm Judo Stevo. I'm blue. I'm Marvel. I'm red. It's color-coded. Follow the red line in-game is all you got to do. Follow your color, okay? Obviously, for these two, Crazy Panda and Warrior G, Crazy Panda is going to go green, let's say. So if Young Talk got on and blew through 5 nodes, Warrior G is going to pick up where they stopped and do what they can, okay? Or if Warrior G gets on and Tot hasn't done his attacks, he's going to start at the beginning of this row. He's going to follow the green line, okay? And Warrior G is going to follow the purple line. Wherever that means you start, you start. You're going to work together to go up that lane, essentially. And then obviously you can tell where these lanes go. Yellow breaks off into the middle and cuts over. Blue takes the outside. You know, it's all equal amount of nodes. And if you're not in Strike Team 2, you'll switch Strike Team 3 and find your name. You know what I'm saying? I do want to jump over to Gamma real quick and kind of show that off, even though it's ending. And you're going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to try to find myself. See how it doesn't load in all the time? That's something I'm hoping they're working on, because they talked about it in the blog. You could go watch my blog video, and I go on pretty good about the updates to this that are coming, because it's a huge quality of life. So I'm going to go Strike Team 1. I'm going to go into Discord, go to pinned messages, click on the link for Gamma Raids. It's going to bring me here. I'm going to go Strike Team 1 and look for my name. I'm actually lane 7, the white lane. So I'm going to be going this way. And I'm going to follow it, okay? Now the only difference here is the blue lane has 16 nodes. The yellow lane has 16 nodes. But what you'll see here is one of them is going to get this node, the other one isn't. One of them is going to get this node, the other one isn't. And then let's say yellow gets both of them. Yellow's going to run out of energy right about here, and blue's going to make up those extra nodes up here. You know what I'm saying? Further on. And if they both stall out, purple and green are going to come through and help finish this off. So this is lane 1, 2, 3 is purple, green is 4. And you'll see how green goes straight up, cuts over. And obviously, I put green and blue as the hardest nodes with 3 and 4. These 4 right here. Because you have to have Shielder Brotherhood, Shielder AIM, Defender, Hydra, Heroes for Hire. These aren't teams that most people are going for. Shang-Chi is a Heroes for Hire, but it's a harder team to get. So they may have to build a Defender or a Hydra or Heroes for Hire. And that's something, you know, being up with a bit, I put the stronger people in the middle because they may already have these teams with 7 million power or 4 million power, you know. And if not, they've already built teams for other places. It would just help their roster to build these teams. Whereas small people over here won't necessarily have anything built except Web Warriors or a couple Spider-Man, Miles, and I'm trying to think of a third one here. maybe Spider-Man Punk or Ghost Spider. Oh, who's the fifth? I can't think of the fifth. Scarlet Menace from War Store. They're more prone to have web warriors to help in raids because, and then you'll see Spider-Verse is web warriors. I don't have a very good web warriors. I have a better Brotherhood, but I didn't play any biased on any of these lanes. I literally went down this list right here. So where I pop up with my power level is where I got placed, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? I'm one of the weaker members. I have a smaller roster. I only got 500,000 power. There's things that these big dogs can do, you know, with more power that I can't. And I put the stronger people in those 4 middle lanes to hopefully be able to work together to push through them, is my plan. So I just wanted to go over this and cover it in depth for my Alliance, as well as other people out there in the world. Definitely come over here, and all you got to do is go to Alliance, check out your members, get them in here. Eventually it's going to sync automatically. I don't know if there'll be a sync button. And then come into maps and build your lanes, create lanes, and you can color code them how you want. Real smooth. I wouldn't click this because it erased them all. You can erase by color, you can share, download, or copy. And once I did all the colors for this, I would hit copy, and it pulls up a tab here. Let me see if it'll. And I want to copy Strike Team 1 to Strike Team 2, and I'd hit OK. And then I would do that, and I'd hit copy again. I hit copy Strike Team 1 to Strike Team 3. So you only have to do it once, and then it color codes these other ones the same way. You just have to go in and plug in names in each strike team. So it's a wonderful, wonderful tool, and I am so grateful for Marvel Strike Force having this, okay? I really want to give them credit where credit's due. Straight up. I'm not brown nosing or nothing. I'm just, honestly, they've done a phenomenal job with this whole setup, and it's made my life so much easier. Someone says, which lane do I take? A new member comes in. I can come in here and plug their name in for the person that left or got kicked, and I could say, hey, here you go. You know, go to the pinned section of our Discord, and it'll take you over here and find your name in the strike team and follow the line that it says, the color line, you know, for whoever it is. But that's really all I got. I wanted to cover that real thorough. Comment down below if your alliance is using this. I will do a shameless plug here at the end. We do have one opening, and we have some pretty, I wouldn't say strict, but I enforce them. They're enforceable rules. So like, you got to participate in both raids every single day. You got to do 10 war attacks when we have a war 3 times a week. You got to score 7,800 points in the World Warrior milestone, which if every member does that, we can max it out. That's the equal division amongst 24 members. And 7,800 points ain't hard if you just do your dailies every single day. You complete all your daily objectives. And if you do that, you'll meet all the requirements. Easy as that. You just got to log in every day and do all your daily objectives. And the other one is donate 10K to the Alliance, which is a daily objective. Donate to the Alliance. Which you should be doing because it gives amazing rewards anyway, and you get your gold right back. So, that's all I got. Definitely subscribe down below. I make tons and tons of Marvel Strike Force content. I will say I've got fresher eyes on it. I'm on a new account. Like I said, I've been playing about 29 days. And everything's wonderful in Marvel Strike Force at this point for me. I'm trying to look at the good. I do point out the bad if I see it, but I haven't seen any to date, other than when I bought an offer, I didn't get my energy calendar. They actually mailed me all the energy at once. So that's the one bad thing that they do, but I won't lie or sugarcoat it, you know, it pissed me off, but I did get my energy. All right, much love, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.